There we go. Now we all in business, man. The Coma Cowboy back at it again, baby. Let's get into the mix. Let's get into the mix, man. What I'm gonna try to do is do a smaller live right now, man. It is 6:25 in good old Texas right now. So what I want to do is basically get everybody off and out of here before the game come on, man. Cause I like to watch the game. I'm sure y'all would too. So we're gonna be quick with some of this news, real quick in that time frame. If we got some callers, man, be sure to call in. Uh, because we got some things that I know people wanna ask me about and talk about, communicate about, and ain't nothing wrong with it. A lot of little small things going on, but big rumors. That's the main gist of the news today. We got big rumors when you talk about trading right now. So keep in mind, guys, the trade deadline is like a few days away. It's a couple days away. So it's gonna be a lot of little last minute trades going on. This is kind of the last time that teams can really try to patch up what they feel may be needed to be patched up with their squads. Uh, it's gonna always be like this every year. It's like this all the time, man. So this is the period to watch the trade blocks, man. Speaking of trade blocks, man, I believe we put Gallimore on the trade block, man. So we'll see what the hell that mean, man. But Gallimore is definitely on the trade block. So we got a guy, a DT that can come in and that could be right on the field, honestly. I know yesterday or the day before yesterday when I did my live, I said, man, it could take him a week. I don't know, man. We got to keep in mind he been playing. So, yo, anything's plausible. Let me do this one thing real quick. My dog going crazy right now. With this call log. I will start off by saying this. We going to first hop into these receivers because that's the biggest question mark for everybody. With us just adding depth onto our D line, I'm satisfied with what we grabbed, but I was kind of like, yo, like I feel like our offense really need more chess pieces or at least depth, if anything. For example, right now, our O line depth is looking bad, man. It's not looking good at all, man. It's, it ain't looking good at all. All right, without further ado, man, let's get it. News on news, baby. Let's get in. Let's talk about receivers to grab real quick, man. I'm gonna run y'all through this. So the receiver that's on the block that people are looking at right now, man. Uh, we're gonna start off with Jerry Judy. That'll probably be the best one to start off with because that's who everybody wants to kind of grab. So Jerry Judy, man. I don't know if y'all remember Jerry Judy, man. He comes from Alabama. Broncos, man, is where he's at now. He was kind of one of those cats that was like parallel and lined up with CD Lamb actually. So it was kind of like, when it came down to draft talk and stats and how they performed in college, they kind of were compatible type people. Obviously, we got CD. That's what we went with. Thing about Jared Judy to me, man, it wouldn't be bad. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and state this right now. If I could pick one on that list or the list of people I'm gonna talk about, I would go with Brandon Cook, and I'll get into that. If I could have it without being realistic fully, I'll go DJ Moore. But I'll get on him and explain why that's less likely to even. It's kind of like part of me feel like it shouldn't even be in conversation. But anything can happen. It's the NFL. But I just don't see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump down to Chase Claypool, which y'all should know who Chase Claypool is, man. The Steelers. Chase will bring. He'll be more of a big guy, man. He'll bring in some good size. He'll bring in good size, man. More of your go grabber, more strength type receiver. Which nothing wrong, man, with Chase at all. But I believe the Steelers is looking for something similar to I I think they want like a second, third round pick for this guy, and I'm not willing necessarily to get that up. Maybe a third, we can review it, but I just don't feel like it's necessary. I feel like you can't predict your season, so it's better to hold your first, second, third round picks unless you know for sure what you're about to bring in. And Claypool is not just a young cat, you know what I'm saying? So with the Claypool thing, I don't see that being logical as well. Next person, man, to talk about is like I spoke about Jerry Judy from the Broncos, KJ Hamler from the Broncos, man. That's like the opposite side of him. Another player that wouldn't necessarily be a bad grab, pretty decent. He can add production and uh, kind of get in there and be a decently open man for you, man. And then last but not least, who I want to talk about is DJ Moore. And keep in mind, there's other receivers, man, just not receivers in my taking. So like if these cats that I'm speaking on, Jerry Judy, Chase Claypool, KJ Hamler, DJ Moore, which again I get onto why I doubt that's even plausible. Brandon Cook. If we can't get these guys, I don't want to get the other guys that I could speak on because I'm just kind of like you might as well have went out and got one of these guys. But so as far as DJ Moore from the Panthers, man, here's the deal on DJ Moore. Great, great, great athlete. Only situation with DJ Moore is, dude, he just got an extension, y'all. So like the odds of him leaving or the odds of even the Panthers trading him don't sit right. Like I said, he just got a whole extension. So when a team gives a guy extension, they got plans and they got something in plan and works for that person. They got a game plan that their game plan consists of that person. If he's getting paid, he just got an extension. That was them not trying to let him go. Um, Players like this are players who would love to get out of their schemes and go to better teams to have better success. But because he wants it, doesn't always mean that the organization is going to provide that. In some cases, a player could let you know they want to be traded, and the organization's like, hey, whatever, they'll trade them out. Real quick though, on some breaking news stuff yesterday but Robert Quinn, man, the Bears did just trade Robert Quinn to the Eagles. What's going on there? I do not know. There has been a lot of people, making their little comments and stuff. Oh, we shouldn't let him walk, and oh, that's one of those we let go, and oh, that's gonna be a problem, and as well as people saying it gives you a reminder of last year. I don't know if y'all remember last year when we played the Broncos, but kind of the onset of events that's taking place is very similar. Okay. So I do get what y'all saying in that, in the comparisons and how we got blown out by the Broncos after a pretty similar trade situation happened. But here's the deal, man. I'm not 100% sure of stats fully, but I will say this. I know Robert Quinn has like 1 sack on the year. And I believe this cat got like only 8 tackles. You talking about somebody coming off the bench, bro. This guy he's not producing massive stats or numbers. He's not producing crap, honestly. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it and be nice with it. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't out here. Robert Quinn is not out here doing nothing. Now, will he be able to be better on the Eagles? Maybe. Will he be able to kind of break out and shine a little bit more on the Eagles? Maybe. But that could be said in both ways. He could just as easily go to the Eagles and basically be taking up reps for the next man or a younger man or a man that could be more disruptive, in a full game. Who knows, man? So it can go either way. It's not something that I'm just stuck on, obsessed with, or worried about, to be honest, guys. It's just kind of like some depth things, in my opinion. The Eagles just playing it smart, man. It's some depth stuff. They've been wanting to add some depth on their defense. They had a couple people they was looking at that I could see through reports and stuff. But I'm not really focused on what another team doing. I'm looking at us. Another thing people keep talking about our linebackers, man. Bro, I guess now it's time to talk. Well, before we get into linebackers, let me just go ahead and edit and finish out with this Odell Beckham stuff. Do I feel like we can get Odell Beckham? Yeah. Do I feel like it's logical? Yeah. Do I feel like we'll do it? I don't know. That's where that Jerry and that spin around comes along, man. Nobody knows what Jerry gonna do. Sometimes we okay with it, and sometimes we're just like, why? And this could be one of those situations where it could be a shock. Has Jerry people that act like Jerry ain't never did nothing that just made us happy with trades and stuff? Stop it, guys. Stop it. We've done some things, just not on our time. It's kind of like, you know, I ain't gonna. I don't know if you're religious or not, but it's kind of like religion. God. We be wanting things to happen on our time. We be wanting things to take place when we want it to take place. But what I've learned through life, man, is it ain't gonna go that way. But normally, when it does take place, it's perfect timing still somehow. So hey, who knows? Maybe that's just intuition. Maybe it's just emotions and being glad that it's there. Who knows? But the game ain't no different, and Jerry ain't no that situation. Yeah, man. Yo, Star Sheriff. What's up with you, baby? Can you hear me well? Yes, sir. No, you sound all right to me. Yeah. Receiver core. Yeah. That'll be. Yeah, that's how it normally goes. Yeah. Yeah. He almost broke out. I think he'll get about I want to say I still have faith that he'll get 2, 3 more or 2 or 3 in the actual, season this year, man. I think he getting more comfy. I noticed like the last few weeks, he's had at least one good breakaway. He just ain't been able to he ain't been able to make it a six. He ain't been able to make a touchdown. Yes, sir. Yeah. Let me see. It's saying that they can't hear you. So let me see real quick. Let me take a look at this audio real quick. All right. Talk to me, sure. Let me see what's going on. Can y'all can y'all hear him? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out. So what I'm getting on that is basically what they're saying is they got him questionable. Some people think, some reporters think he will play, but I do know that Malik is preparing to be in there. Um, and I don't think he's gonna play partially. Like, I mean, if I'm being honest, Pilar, Yeah, well, see, so for Pilar, there'll be Malik Davis that'll come in and play to replace Zeke if Zeke is not active. So Pilar will automatically move up to our number one for that game, and then we'll bring in Malik Davis, which I think it'll be a good showing for Malik anyway. I think he had a pretty good little preseason, man. Kind of shaky, but ended up making some good breakaways. Yeah, yeah. And then again, look, it's preseason too, so yeah. I think we'll be okay. Like I said, man, my main just right now is kind of looking at our O line and our receiver core. And then when you kind of look at it all, like with the Odell Beckham thing, I be trying to remind people like Odell is he still won't be back like late November, December anyway. So you're talking about getting a guy for about a couple of games, man. You know, about four, probably about 4 games. And it ain't no telling about his status, Ain't nobody really heard nothing. And at this point in time, you can kind of expect, him to you should be hearing something about rehab, and that should be coming about right now. How he's looking on that. You don't hear nothing as far as that goes. Anthony Brown. I mean, you talking about Antonio Brown? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. I think he just came in a league too dominant and too. He just, like a little kid. That's like he acted a ass, man. He showed his tail, and I don't think nobody think it's worth dealing with him. And when you can't make it work with Bill Belichick, that kind of is a statement. Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. I think he gonna have to figure his own stuff out. See, I don't think our conversation is even coming in. That's what sucks right now. Yeah, yeah. No, it ain't you, Star. But I'm glad you call in, man. I always love it when you call in. All right, brother. Bye-bye. Yeah, man, that was a good convo. I'm guessing we still not getting audio in here. Yeah, that's whack. Y'all let me know, man. We still getting no audio, guys. So you can't hear me either? Well, y'all can't hear me? What? Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Um, okay. I have to do better next round, man. When I do this, I'll definitely do it tomorrow. Do a better call in, make sure on my end. See, that's on me, man. So that comes with not being, I guess, prepared, sadly, but gotcha. Yeah, man, I have to do better on my end. It sucks that conversation didn't come in. But like I said, on me, I'll take initiative for that. Gotta be better prepared. And I feel like with this trade block right now, that's the goal, man, about being prepared, man. So I'm gonna do another live tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna finish out the live right now. Little notes that I needed to speak on. But tomorrow when I come in and do the call in, I have this set up fully right and full ready to go. Do some test runs, make sure it's full throttle and legit. So I do apologize about that. Right now I'm going to take the call off of the screen. That way, people are not calling, wondering why I'm not answering. That sucks, man. That really sucks, man. But I'm be humble. I'm not gonna let it affect me. I'm young at this, man. I'm like a baby in a pot with this one, bro. Like I'm in like the oven still, yo. Like I'm young with it, man. I'm trying to grow. So like I always say, I get better and better and better. I promise. Um, but regardless, real quick, back to key points. Another thing I did want to say is Michael Irvin, man. Since we were speaking on Odell Beckham, and my guy, Starship, man, he said it no better, man. The facts are, man, he don't feel like we'll go get him. And I don't either. I feel like we could. I don't feel like you should dismiss it completely. But let's just be honest, guys. Any type of decent player is gonna always be linked to the Cowboys, man. It always has been, it always will be. You just got to kind of have better understanding of things, understanding of the game, and let it go sometimes. So for my fans, so this was a point that I want to hit on because I got some fans that are a little upset, not necessarily fully about the pick that we got with our DT, but they kind of more upset because they was like, okay, we got guys out there like Sue that we can go get, man. Like, what do we do? Okay, here's the deal, guys. Look, you gotta understand the game, you gotta respect the game, and you gotta be realistic with the game. Otherwise, you'll grab a name that sounds legitimate and it'll be a dud. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just run off a legend. That's like Ed Reed situation. Like, yes, this guy's a legend. He's a legend in this thing, man. But you know, nobody stays in their prime, bro. Um, Sue, here's the things about Sue. More money. You're not gonna get that cheap of a deal. It's kind of unsuring. You don't know with Sue. Sue hasn't done nothing. Sue been at home. Sue ain't been on no football field. Sue ain't been in nobody's training camp. Sue ain't been in no OTAs. Sue ain't been nowhere around no field. He may be around some weights, in his own time or whatnot, but he ain't been with no team on no field. So you talking about getting somebody in that was at a worse place than Peters was when we brought him in. That's why we had to kind of give Peters some time to not to, hence they ages, but still, bro, like I'd rather get a guy. I'm glad with Jonathan because he's been on the field. He ain't he has like 14.5, I want to say, career sacks, but he's not a sack guy. He's not a penetrating to the backfield, get to the QB guy. He's a burger, baby. He's a fatty, man. He's fatties only, shout out to Chat Sports. But fatties only, man. We've been wanting fatties. We've been wanting a true one tech to plug, man. Um, and we got linebackers and DNs with speed to allow for rush and a pressure. You mix that nasty rush and strength and with good technique and a decent freaking middle, your middle's gonna be able to penetrate. But we worry about the run stop. So that was the thing with that. I'd rather have somebody that's been in the league playing this year. You know what I'm saying? Like actually been active this year, got stats for this year that you can actually look at and see, and film for this year that you can look at and you can see. So yeah, no, I'm cool with the DT pickup. Guys, be realistic. No matter what you looking at, names sound good sometimes, man, but doesn't matter. Odell Beckham, that name sounds amazing being in Dallas. We just gonna be factual with it. It sounds amazing to have Odell Beckham here. But who who gonna sit around and sign somebody now you don't know, or trade for somebody now and you're not 100% sure what that person can give you? Not to mention Odell has been highly injury prone recently. Highly injury prone. Yes, when he's healthy, he gonna produce numbers, but it feels like Odell's been hurt like every year, man. Every year. You know what I'm saying? And that name keep on far. It's like AB, that's another name, man. Yeah, bro's nasty when his attitude is good. You know what I'm saying? Like he's amazing, but they fight different battles. One physical, one dealing with mental battles. I guess I don't know how you want to look at it. I'm not okay necessarily moving on that right now. We don't have much time, obviously, because the trade deadline is here in a couple days. So it's about assessing that, but I haven't heard anything. I can't get good news on Odell and what he got going. So for me, it's a pass. And if we could do anything, I would say looking at one of these guys. I don't think we need like a major like receiver. We just need another like decent stud, somebody hungry that want it. And that's why kind of my mindset is somebody that's more veteran mindset, veteran gameplay. Out of the people that I mentioned, out of Jerry Judy, Chase Claypool, KJ Hamler, DJ Moore, and Brandon Cook, I would go with Brandon Cook. Period. Off the wrap. If I could get DJ Moore, but I don't see it, so I would go with Brandon Cook. I don't want to lose my second or third round pick for this year coming up, so I'm not going for Chase Claypool. Although it sounds nice having Chase Claypool as an addition. It does, man. O line wise, when I look at the trade block for O line, it just doesn't look good. It's just there's nobody worth getting. I mean, excuse me. We need to grab somebody for depth, but as far as somebody that you comfortable coming in and taking a position or something, ain't nobody on the block for that. Ain't nobody on the block for it. Not even on some like pay me and I'll play. There's just nobody on the block. There's you might as well work with what you got. Period, man. You move up the practice squad. People ain't no because a lot of these cats ain't been playing all that great. Period. And I feel like this has been a weird year for the O line in general, man. Because O lineman ain't been O lineman stats looking weird. We do know Tyron's coming back. We don't know when. Tyron looking like Odell Beckham. You may not see Tyron Smith until December. Late in the year. Yeah, he'll come back. Maybe we can kick, Smith right by him. But I don't know. I say work with what we got, man. If we can do anything, add a receiver. We're good on defense. I think that one little grab for defense is great. And here's the additive reason why I feel like that grab is great. So we just activated Damone Clark. So Damone Clark is activated. He's on a 53-man roster, and he could be in the game. Let's just say as soon as the Cowboys feel comfortable that he has everything down pack and ready to play. That's gonna be huge addition. Huge addition. When you talk about Vandy and Anthony Barr, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't really digging Anthony Barr's gameplay. I don't. LV ain't all that spectacular right now, but he playing better than Anthony Barr, man. They both got that slight hesitation on movement and holes, breaking into their lanes or whatnot. And some people feel like they kind of just collect blocks, like blocks coming their way. But that DT should help that. That DT should plug that. That DT should stop O lineman from getting the second base, getting to one of our linebackers, man. That's what that's about. It's going to help free up our linebackers as well as help free up Michael Parsons to be able to do more things too. Because when Michael Parsons is trying to do his thug, but then got to take up an offensive lineman that was blocking one and kind of hand him off to pick up on Parsons, it just slows Parsons. We need somebody to be up in there to stump that. And the run game is the worst. I'm gonna say worst, but our run stopping is our number one defensive flaw. So every team we play, if they have a form of running a rock, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to run it. They're gonna try to run it, and it's simple. That's where we lack. And you're looking at the Chicago Bears, man. We should have fun this game, man. I'm not gonna overspeak on this game like it's just supposed to be another blow throw or it's supposed to be something like the Lions for a couple of reasons. One, I got some type of like weird energy about last year in the Broncos game with this trade block and everything going on, and people putting that into my head. I got weird energy about that. Two, Yo, with their last performance of last week against the Patriots, man, Monday, I don't think they played all that bad, man. And they could consider themselves to be highly dangerous with their run game. I mean, I think they had like three different players on their team that had over 60 yards in the run game, and that's including the quarterback. Do I think Justin Fields is a great quarterback? No, not really. But I feel like he's athletic as hell, and he's living off of that in the NFL right now. And I feel like that's how he's able to kind of get the best of defenses, is to throw off like that. But at the end of the day, that all resorts to massive sacks, man. I think he's like, I'm just gonna say, I know he top five. Their team, I think, may be number one right now for sacks, quarterback sacks on their quarterback. I think he has 27 sacks this year. Like, dang, like as one quarterback, bro, you've been sacked 27 times already this year. Keep in mind, we leading the lead in sacks. Will we get to him? Heck yeah, man. We probably, I feel like we can increase that stat line by another 5. We leading the lead right now. The next team to us, we beating them by 5 sacks. I think we got 29. I think they got 24. This game right here, we're gonna tack on another 5, 6. You know, if it's all played right, man. But without further ado, that's been my time, the Coleman Cowboy, baby. Again, tomorrow I'm gonna come back through here about the same time. I want to say about 6:37. I try to do it like that. That way people can get home, get out of traffic, hopefully. And people are settled in, man. And I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all make this go round. Keep an eye out for Damone Clark to see what's going on with him. And if I get news tomorrow, I'll definitely be letting y'all know, putting you on game. But yo, we're gonna be in there, man. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good show. Also, just like last year when we lost to the Broncos, man, it was coming off of a game where Dak was injured. So I feel comfortable. Dak, this will be game 2 for Dak since his injury. Yo, we're gonna get rolling, man. And I also feel like these receivers gonna either have to step up or know that their time is gonna be slim here, man. Because how it's gonna happen is you're gonna find yourself in that practice squad to find yourself cut. Man, yo, everybody have a good Thursday, man. Get ready for the game that's about to come on Amazon Prime. And hey, enjoy some football before the next day, man. Tomorrow's Friday. Hold it down, man. I appreciate y'all yet again. And that's been Casey's time, the Coleman Cowboy.